Hi you guys, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. And if you are, my name is Aileen. I am no professional makeup artist, but I do love makeup and I love to have fun. So today we're gonna go through my favorites and fails of 2020. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, then keep on watching. But before we go, like we always say, comment, like, subscribe. That really does help my channel. So these picks are not going to be in any particular order, any particular category. I literally have a sheet of paper that I keep on my vanity and I write down what I like and what I don't, and here we are. So the first on my list is the Victoria Beckham lip liner. And this is in the shade 4, and it is the lip definer crayon. And again, this is in shade 4. It is one of those pencils that you sharpen, and this is the shade. So this goes on smoothly. It's so easy to just fill in the lips. Like I usually line my lips and I go a little deeper, and then I fill in the center with a lighter shade. And this is just perfect for so many shades that I like. I prefer the nudie light brown and the pinky nudes, and whichever way I go, this will work either way. So next is the Gucci bronzer. I don't think this is going to be a surprise to anyone. I feel like I've seen this on so many favorites lists. So this is the Gucci bronzer. I'm sure you guys have all seen it. It is scented, but I've had it for a while now, and the scent does dissipate a little. It's not as intense as when you first get it. So this does have like a red undertone, and I'm surprised I love this as much as I do, because I do prefer a warm undertone and like a true bronze. But the way this blends beautifully on the skin and with other products, it's just flawless. This is in the shade 3. So next is the Gucci brow pencil. So it does come with a spoolie on one end and the sharpened pencil on the other end. So this is in the shade Brun. If you like precise hair-like strokes, I don't think this will be the pencil for you. And I do usually go with a specific pencil if I'm looking for that look towards the front, but I always use the Gucci towards the end, well, like the middle towards the end of the brow. I don't have this on today because I was filming this look, but I always, if you go back and check in my description boxes, this is always the brow pencil I have on. It's just flawless. It goes on powder, like a powder-like pencil. But what I love is that when my oils seep through, this isn't going anywhere. It's not flaking. It's not shifting. So next is a primer. This is the Milk Hydro Grip, you guys. And I don't know why I thought I wouldn't like this, because it did have great reviews. This is a mini, and now that I'm off my no-buy, I'm definitely buying a full size. And now I want to try the spray as well. This, I'm not going to say minimizes your pores. It does fill them in a little bit, but it just gives the perfect, not too tacky to where you can't blend, but it holds everything in place. And if you're an oily girl like me, or you really hate the transfer, and now in the time of mask, if you are wearing makeup in this area, sometimes I literally just put it in this area. It's beautiful. It holds everything. Your makeup is not fading with this. I am really loving this, and I can't wait to buy a full size. And it looks like it's going to be in an empties pretty soon. So next is a palette, and I don't think this is going to be a surprise to anyone, but let me tell you, it was a surprise to me. So this is the Natasha Denona Glam Palette. You guys, I had no intentions on getting this, none whatsoever. I was literally in a group chat with Yadi from Yadi Beauty, and Jennifer from All Feisty, and Carol, everyone. And as soon as it dropped and I saw the colors, I was like, nope, I'm good. And then I went to Sephora to exchange something. I forgot what I went for. And there she was, just one left. And I was like, whatever. I've never had a cool tone palette. Let me give it a try. Oh my God. Like, this palette is what started my love for Natasha Denona and the quality. So I always had the minis, but this was my first bigger palette, which is, this is not even the biggest. This is the midi. And then she has her larger. But my God, I had no idea that I would love cool tones like this, because I am a neutrals girl, tried and true. That's what I love. I love the neutrals, the warmer. But this shocked me to the point that I've been picking up Natasha Denona palettes like it's going out of style. So in sticking with the palettes, the Tiny Marvels Sydney Grace Mel Thompson collab. This palette was the first palette I reviewed on my channel. So not only is it special for that reason, but this palette, I had never tried color. I would dip into I do a very neutral eye shade and then throw on a color, never to go out, to sit home and just play with makeup. But this palette just gave me the inspiration I needed to dip into color. So you see, you still have your warms and your neutrals, but then you have like this BB color that's like that gold, and this shade right here, you guys, this Scarab shade is like, it has a shift of like a purple and a greenish teal color. Like, this color is beautiful. So that color was an existing shade to Sydney Grace that was put in this palette, but all the other shades were new. And this BB, this gold, like, what? Like, I love that shade. I love so many of these shades, but the shimmers are out of this world. But this is fire butts. Like, this entire palette is beautiful. And the artwork, can we appreciate the artwork? I really do have a special place for this palette in my heart. Like, it gave me the confidence I needed to dip into color. It was the first palette I reviewed on my channel. Like, when Morgan Turner says, like, there's an emotional memory attached to some of these, yes, there is. She's not going anywhere. Next is the Tom Ford Brow Gel in the shade Espresso. You guys, I always used a clear brow gel and then I would use my pencil. Now I go in with this, and then the amount of pencil usage that I need on my brows is minimal, if I'm in the mood to even use a pencil, because this shade is perfect. It fills it in. And let me tell you, if you did not pluck or wax or whatever it is you do to your brows to clean them up, this is going to expose it in the fastest way. Like, this grabs all the hair, it tints them perfectly, and then you can just move. You have time to move the hair where you want it, and it just stays. It doesn't get onto the skin, so you have like that slapped on brow look. It does not do that. Like, this is amazing. And I was kind of mad I didn't know about this before, but it was recommended to me. I bought it. I love it. And I'm sure you will see it in the description box of almost all my videos since I discovered it. So next, in keeping with Tom Ford, is the Eye Defining Pen Stylo Defining. This is a liquid liner, but it has a brush on one end and a felt tip on the other, which was perfect. It doesn't dispense too much product. I haven't had an issue, and I've heard people don't have issues with it starting to dry out too fast. It's just perfect. And to someone who, like myself, I don't always do a wing liner. I'm not comfortable. That was the perfect one to just experiment with, try both sides, see which one I like. Once I get my liner where I want it, it stays put. It's not like super matte, but it's not shiny. It's just right. Like, it's what you expect from a black liquid liner. It's beautiful. Now, concealers. So, you guys, I had been writing this list, and I've never had a tried and true concealer. So the only concealer that I used to use was the e.l.f. hydrating one, the one with the white cap. This one here. And it was the only one, no matter what I tried. I didn't like that the Tarte Shape Tape. The Born This Way was good if you hydrated enough and sheared it out enough. But then came the DIOR Forever Skin. This was recommended to me by Yadi from Yadi Beauty. I was really loving this, and it really is a favorite. It made my 2020 makeup game to another level when it came to concealer. But unfortunately, if you follow me on Instagram, you already know that I had a battle of the concealers. And this Chanel, the Le Corrector de Chanel in the shade 30 Beige, has very quickly, and I'm talking about in a matter of a week or two, kind of bumped this one down. I will reach for this one a lot more than I will this one, but they are both really good. Do I feel that I can call Chanel a yearly favorite? No, because I did get it for my birthday in the first week of December. So I really didn't try it out enough, but that quickly, the Chanel has become a favorite. Moving on to blush and highlight. I'm not one to typically use a lot of highlighter because I am oily. I feel like, girl, give it an hour, and within an hour, I'm going to be like glistening, looking like I'm shining from above. So I've never been one to be big into highlighters until I discovered the Weightless Veil palettes from Goss. I did pick up all 4. Honestly, the one I find myself reaching for the most out of these is Bright Poppy, and that is what I have on today. And if I do wear highlighter, like, I will focus it from the outside corner of my eye this way, just to not insinuate texture or large pores. But honestly, with these, you don't even have to worry about it. So this is the highlighter and the blush. Like, these are just beautiful, and together, like, look at that highlight, and it looks like it'll be dark, but if you just do it very softly and then put the blush over it, so here's the highlighter and then here's the blush, you can't go wrong. It's not going to appear as a dark highlighter if you follow the Goss method of putting the highlighter first and the blush over it. I think it's flawless, especially for experienced skin. And if you're new here, yes, we say experienced, not mature. I am 37. It's experienced skin, and it looks great. Like, I can't complain, but I really do love and use all 4. So let's switch it up real quick and do the fails so that we can finish on a good note with the rest of the items we're loving. So for me, there was a lot of hype around this product. To me, it's overhyped. It's not what I'm looking for in a lip product, personally. And these are the Fenty Beauty Stunna Lip Paints. Yes, and this is in the shade Unattached. I love a matte lip. These do last. However, they do give that ugly line that just looks like the lipstick is not meshing well with your saliva or your drinking or whatever it is. It like gets that whole line all around it. I don't like it. I'm not here for it. I tend to, and I think I said this in another video, I think it was my lip tag. If that's it, I'll pop it up here. But this is a shade that I just wear when I'm going to the beach or the pool, and I could care less. Because 9 times out of 10, like I have my SPF, I have my towel over my face, and I'm laid out tanning everything else but my face. But it's okay. Like, to me, it was overhyped. It's not all that in a bag of chips to write home about. Like, that's just me. Okay, so this next product is a lot of people's favorite. And I'm not saying it was a total fail. I definitely know that I need a new color to give it a try and really give it its time. But for me, thus far, it's not something that I'm like, ooh. And that's the McGrath Concealer, you guys. When I tell you I am picky with concealers, I'm beyond picky. This is my exact skin tone match. So I may get a lighter shade and try it, but I tried this in the DIOR Forever Skin right around the same time. I haven't reached for this not once since then. Not once. Not even to spot conceal, nothing. It just did nothing for me. So I may try a lighter shade, but it just wasn't what based on the reviews I was hearing, it's not what I was expecting. But we'll see. I'll get a lighter shade, give it a try, never say never. So this next product I did have in a monthly favorites or fails, and I don't have it with me anymore, so I can pop up a picture, but it was the Peace Out Dark Spots. So it's like the Peace Out Dark Spots. It comes in like a pack. It has little circles. You put it on your hyperpigmentation areas to see if it's supposed to lighten. It has, they're infused with niacinamide. No, no, did nothing for me. And it comes with 12 little patches in one pack, and I focused them all in one area. And like I said, I saw zero improvement. Zero. And I used them nightly until I ran out, and I didn't even see like one shade lighter. They just did not work for me. The next item I also do not have. It was so bad that I returned it. And I will pop a picture up here. It was the DIOR, I want to say the name was Dazzling Beige. I want to say, if it's not, I'll put it in the description box or put it on the screen somewhere, but I'm pretty sure that was the name. It was atrocious, and I am not the only one. I believe Crystal, I'll link her channel below. She's a professional makeup artist. She does makeup for the runway. She just knew she could make it work. No, she couldn't. There's no way. It felt nice, but it went on patchy. I don't know if it was the formulation of that shade, because the same formula in another shade was perfect. It was fine. So it has to be something with that specific shade. I don't know what it was, but it was bad. So this next one is not a complete fail. It's just takes me out of my routine. So it is an eyeshadow palette, one that I was super excited about, but I would just suggest that if you're going to use this palette, you definitely do your eyes before your complexion, especially with one specific shade, because the fallout. So this is the Wayne Goss, the Luxury Eye Palette Pearl Moonstone. I do like the palette, but the fallout, I'm not a glitter girl at all. I don't like glitter everywhere. I don't want it all over my face. Where I put it is where I want it, and I don't want it lingering behind on my hands. I don't want to find it in my hair the next day. That's what this shade does to me. These other shades are beautiful. This shade is too. However, I highly suggest that you do your eyeshadow. If you're going to use this shade, if you're going to use any but these shades, it doesn't matter what order you do your makeup, if you do your complexion first or last. But if you're going to use this shade, definitely do your eyes first. So it's not like a total fail for me, but it's just I find myself not reaching for it just because I'm a person that does my complexion before I do my eyes. So it has to be something that I sit there and I tell myself, I gotta use that palette today, or I wanna use that palette today, and sit it on my vanity, and just so that I remember, reach for this before I do my complexion. But I know for a fact, if I do my complexion, I'm not reaching for this. So that is it for the fails. Let's move on to the rest of the list of my favorites. So for lip products, these Chanel lip duos, these are the 2020 saving grace. These can last through any mask. I mean, I have light brown, tender beige, I think I have soft rose in my purse, and then I have a red shade that was gifted to me for my birthday that I haven't used yet. But if you are looking for something that will last through any mask wearing, it doesn't matter if it's 10 minutes or 10 hours, this right here, it's gonna last. She's gonna come through and she's not gonna disappoint. So it is the color on one side, you put it on, and then it starts mattifying, and then you start feeling like when you go like this, you feel like your lips are about to get stuck together. Then you flip to this side and you use the gloss. The gloss gives it a nice glossy look, a nice glossy feel, and it locks that color into place to where it does not feel uncomfortable at all. I would just say, like, you do this, you wait 10 minutes, and then you put on your mask, you are good to go. You are golden. So another lip product that I discovered this year that I absolutely love, and I actually have one on today, are the Lisa Eldridge Velvet Lipsticks. So I have Velvet Blush, Velvet Mousse, and Velvet Affair. Velvet Affair is what I have on today. These are just stunning. They are absolutely stunning. They are literally like velvet, and you can just see that in the presentation of these lipsticks. They are soft, so soft that you have to like just go up enough for what you need or the bullet will break. They have great packaging. They're magnetized, and I have been loving these. I'm so excited for, I believe she's gonna have some more shades coming out in the spring. I wanna try the lip pencils and I wanna try the lip glosses now that I know I love the lipsticks. Okay, so we are down to the last 5 items. So one is the Tom Ford First Frost. This really just captured me. I love the neutral colors, obviously, but this wet dry formula is absolutely stunning. I love that it's not like a shimmery shadow with like glitter, but it does give you like a natural day look, or you can really wet it and amp it up for an evening look if you care what you wear in the day or in the evening. I really don't care that much if I'm gonna be out doing something. If I'm out running errands, I don't want to look like too glam. That's just me, but it's just my preference. I like things that I can wear in the day or transform to night. It's just me, but I have really been loving this Tom Ford First Frost. But I will say, I prefer wetting the shadows. I felt they last longer, so I didn't have an issue with them lasting. But the opacity and the pigment that you get when you wet it, that's how it stays all day. Most shadows, like, they start dimming down a little bit as you wear them, as your oils seep through, all that jazz. But these, when you wet them, they're not going anywhere until you want them to go somewhere. So I'm gonna leave two complexion products for last, because this is another item that I've very rarely, I said I would recommend on my channel, because I'm just that picky, just like the concealer, and it's mascara. The Marc Jacobs At Lash and the Too Faced Damn Girl. Like, damn girl, for real. Like, I have the Damn Girl mascara on today. I already am blessed with good lashes. But the fact that these are not waterproof, I don't think they are. They don't say they are. I've never used a non-waterproof mascara that I like. So the fact that I'm constantly reaching for these two for my upper lashes, I don't use non-waterproof mascara on my lower lashes because I am so oily it will transfer. Oh, I am loving these. So this gives the length and a little bit of volume, but this gives both. So I guess it all depends what I'm in the mood for that day on what I'm gonna reach for. Oh, but these are so good. This is a mini, and I already know I'm buying a full size of this. I'm just trying to get through some mascaras. Okay, so we're down to the final two. We'll just talk about them really quick. The Tom Ford Traceless Matte and the NARS Pot Concealer, the Soft Matte Concealer. So the Tom Ford is in the shade 6 Natural, and the concealer is in the shade Medium 1.5 Macadamia. Oh, I love these. So I really, really, really love this, and I'm so mad at myself that I didn't try it sooner. Like, I bought it a few months ago. I want to say October, maybe September, October. I'm loving it, to the point where I don't want to use it unless I'm going somewhere. Like, somebody got to see this face, because it's going to be beat. It's going to be flawless. Somebody's got to see it. So I am really loving this. It's just perfect. It wears nicely. I love the packaging, how it just comes up. You don't have to worry about losing a top. It really is a soft matte foundation. It truly is. Everything it claims to be, it is. And that's probably what I appreciate, that I went into it expecting it to perform, and it performed exactly the way it was supposed to. So this is not my holy grail spot concealer. Those of you who've been watching me for a while, you know that my holy grail spot concealer is the traditional Boing in the shade 2. Let me get it for you. Is a tinge pinker. It has a more pink undertone. So here, I don't know if the light is gonna wash. There you go. So this is the Boing. I'm showing you my backup because it's clean, hasn't been used. So this is the Boing Traditional in the shade 2, and it has like a pink undertone. So it really helps to color correct at the same time as concealing. This is thicker than this. So if the hyperpigmentation is too dark, if I'm gonna wear a more sheer foundation, then I reach for the NARS for the spot concealing. It's just beautiful. And I do love it for spot concealing, but I can honestly say that I am not enjoying it under the eyes. So I do not use it under the eyes. It is too drying for me. But as a spot concealer, it's definitely a winner. And it is what I have as a spot concealer today. So that is it. As an honorable mention of fragrance, because I haven't had it that long, a few months ago, Jennifer from How Feisty sent me this little sample of the House of Sillage, and it's the Benevolence. I have literally one usage left, and I had been holding on to it and just like, I can't run out of this, but now I can, because I got it for Christmas. And you guys, this is why I didn't want to get rid of it, because I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna get it for Christmas, and I really want it. She is beautiful. The smell, oh, look at this, look at the detail. Like, the packaging alone makes you not want to touch it. And then you'll see where it says House of Sillage, Benevolence. And I really want to try the lipsticks, but I'm afraid to love them. But you guys, this is so good. And it's just, the packaging is flawless. Comes with this little rag for you to dust your little fingerprints off of it and put it back in here for storage. It does say you want to keep it out of light and in like a good temperature. So I do keep it in the box. And guess what we can do now? We can use this last little spritz. Look, oh, I think I might have 2 more. That's all you need. That's all you need. Honestly, I probably did 1 too many, but I probably have 1 more usage left in this. And then I have my bottle, and that is it, you guys. Those are my 2020 favorites and fails. Let me know if you are loving any of these items, if any of those items I mentioned as fails are on your favorites list, or are they on your fails list as well. But until next time, I love you guys. Don't forget, we're all perfectly imperfect. Bye.